family. You don't get to pick the one you get. Just gotta love the one you got.
I always knew this day would come.
I got it.
I don't think you got it.
I held him off for years.
Charlie, get up here.
He's a relentless son of a bitch. Won't stop till he finishes the job.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel and time for another episode of Luke's Reviews. On today's video, did you know that the last Final Destination movie came out in 2011? It's been nearly 15 years since a new thrill ride of gory and grisly deaths graced our screens, but now we have one. So let's see if the blood is truly shed in Final Destination Bloodlines. A young couple managed to score a reservation at a swanky new high-rise restaurant. But when Iris has a horrifying premonition of the tower collapsing and everyone perishing, she acts quick to save the lives of all of the attendees. Having cheated death, it now holds a grudge and has bided its time for nearly 50 years, but now death is gunning for Iris's entire family, all of whom should never have been born. The Final Destination series is quite a unique horror property because they're films that when audiences go to watch the latest installment, they are avidly wanting the characters that they see on screen to die in absurdly over-the-top, horrifying ways. It is like Saw having a goofy younger brother. And to give you my thoughts on the series as a whole, I think that the first one is seriously dull and takes itself way too seriously. The second film was very clunky, but understood the assignment a lot more. The third film had some shoddy dialogue, but also some of the more memorable deaths. The Final Destination is a borderline crime against cinema, and the fifth, it did take the series back to basics, but introduced a clever concept about how to cheat death further. So, as you can probably tell, I am not what you may call a fan of this series. I think at its best, it is mindless entertainment, but at its worst, it is the epitome of lazy, uninspired filmmaking. That being said, Final Destination Bloodlines might just be the best one of the series. I'm not going to go so far as to say that this entry has completely revitalized the franchise, nor will I put it on the same pedestal as other horror movie franchise entries that have kind of like shaken up the franchise a little more. It's fine, but in terms of where it ranks among the Final Destination films, this one is good because it's an actual movie. The film probably succeeds most because it knows what the fans are wanting. The deaths in Bloodlines are a fantastic mix of squirm-inducing gore and hilarious, over-the-top domino effects that have you with your head in your hands wondering how on earth we got from A to B to C. But what's more is that you can honestly tell that the filmmakers are fans of this, and they know what other fans are wanting to see. They know that they want the red herrings. They know that they want the unexpected endings to a death that you didn't see coming. Heck, I think I read somewhere that these two directors, in the pitch that they did to the studio for this movie, staged their own elaborate death sequence over a Zoom call, and that was enough for them to get the job. I also appreciated that the screenplay, at points, is quite clever in a meta sense. There are some times where I thought it was going to zig and it actually zags, but it's also aware of the many loopholes that we, as viewers, will often pick through and think, well, how would I cheat death? And it has those theories, it presents them, and essentially debunks them. The overall family tree aspect to the characters did make for more of an investment into their overall struggle against death. They're not just a ragtag group of people who you're just counting down the seconds until they become pavement pizza. That being said, though, we're not exactly pushing the boat out here. I mean, the fact that I'm complimenting a movie because there is a genuine attempt at making a story and characters, I don't know if I'm going to treat it as if it's the second coming. Of course, the family have unresolved issues that are going to get dredged up. There are familial secrets that are going to throw a spanner in the works at points. Nothing really comes as much of a shock here. And of course, Final Destination Bloodlines also marks the final performance of horror icon Todd, who passed away last year. Now, Todd was always a regular presence in this series, bringing with him classic, foreboding messages. But here, whilst only appearing in one scene, is given an incredibly poignant moment and message, and a really moving send-off. Believe me, I really did not expect to well up watching a Final Destination movie, but here you have it. If I'm proven wrong in years to come, then so be it. But I think that Final Destination Bloodlines is about as good as a Final Destination movie can be. It's far from what I'd call a great movie, but it successfully hits the beats it needs to and delivers plenty of grisly gore and absurd death sequences. If you're a big fan of the franchise, I think you'll be very happy. So I'm going to give Final Destination Bloodlines a 6.5 out of 10. Anyway, guys, those were my thoughts on Final Destination Bloodlines. Let me know, have you had a chance to see the film yet? What did you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And my question to you, what is your favourite Final Destination death? What one just really hit it out of the park for you? I'm going to go with a bit of an outsider I don't often see in discussions. It's in Final Destination 5, and it is the gymnastics death after she falls from the uneven bars. That is disgusting. But that is all the time we have for today. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.
Hello, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to click that like button, and if you aren't already, click that subscribe button too.